Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord in the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Dear God, guide us with your light as we students grasp our lessons for today, and give my co-reporters the strength as we fill them with knowledge and learning. We offer this prayer to Jesus. Amen. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit.
Good evening
Welcome!
and mabuhay.
And we are the Group 2.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, classmates. So before we formally start our discussion, allow me to introduce myself. I am Aubrey Abiti Abellanosa, and our topic for tonight is all about the sociology of tourism. So we have some learning outcomes to achieve. At the end of this chapter, you should be able to first explain the social nature of travel. Next is describe the social effects of tourism, discuss the socio-economic variables and their effect on travel. Fourth is describe the new travel patterns. Fifth is explain the preferences of the international tourist. Sixth is describe the types of tourist roles. And lastly is explain the meaning of social tourism. So, my subtopic is about the social nature of travel. So, first guys, among topic is all about the sociology of tourism. So, what is sociology? So, when we say sociology, mo ni siya ang study of life, social change, and social causes and consequences of human behavior in terms of tourism or traveling. So, kanang diri sad sa sociology guys, ma-study nato or ma-tackle sa sociology of tourism, matakol na to ang about sa mga social structures, kanang mga cultural dynamics and human interactions of tourism. So, the social nature of tourism. So, this scenario is about kanang interactions o kanang mga implications about traveling between the locals o kanang ikaw as a traveler o kanang locals sa place na imuhang kanang travel. So, travel is brought about by the social nature of man. So, when we say the social nature of man, mo ni siya ang kanang ato bitang desire to connect with others, our desire to connect with others through traveling. So kanang if mag-travel ta, kanang natay desire to kanang to go to other places, kanang to have kanang journey to a new places. So mo na siya ang travel is brought about by the social nature of man. So human beings as social animals feel comfortable in a tour group. They feel that their trip is more enjoyable and free from anxiety if they join a group tour. Camaraderie often develops friendships that last for years. So kita as an individual or kita as a young ones, kanang nabiya tay desire to travel no or kanang to go to other places. So kanang through that kanang ma-motivate bitaw ta to go to other places. So through that pod maka-interact ta with other people like our friends, our families, wherein ang camaraderie often develops friendships that last for years through traveling. So, for example, sa kaning explanation kay we are inherently social creatures man. So our social nature fuels our curiosity about the world. So with that, we have the desire to travel abroad or even local or beyond there sa unahan ra or within Cebu. So in some subcultures, travel is the accepted way of spending one's vacation. Sabbatical leaves and foreign assignments make it possible for university faculty members and employees to travel and develop a passion for it. So, when we say a subculture is mo ni siya ang group of people within a cultural society nga kanang na sila mga differences that differentiates itself from values of the conservative standard of dominant culture. So, what I mean is kanang sila nga subculture kay napud sila kanang own bitaw nga kanang value o culture sa ilaha, like they have kanang differentiates itself from the values of conservative standard of kanang dominant culture. So here, when we say sabbatical leaves and foreign assignments make it possible for university faculty members and employees to travel and develop a passion for it. So when we say sabbatical leaves, maupod ni siya ang kanang bitong leave nga atong naibawan if na kay work, kanang period of extended leave that people take from their regular work or career responsibilities. So, ang imuha daw kanang sabbatical leave o foreign assignments, may kanang possibility nga them as an employee or as a student or kanang member sa faculty na sila desire to travel, and then in the result kay kanang makadevelop sad sila passion in traveling, and at the same time kay nasad sila ma-learn kanang which is kanang connected bitaw sa ilahang work or whatsoever. So, next is tourism involves a mutual trust and respect for one another and the dignity of life on earth. According to Pope John Paul II, the world is becoming a global village in which people from different continents are made to feel like next-door neighbors. In facilitating more authentic and social relationships between individuals, tourism can help overcome many real prejudices and foster new bonds of fraternity. So, in this kanang text or like saying ni Pope John Paul II is, iyang statement is about highlighting how tourism kanang makabridge siya og cultural divides o cultural differences between the kanang locals o ikaw as a traveler, and how to foster understanding between the implications or kanang mga differences sa inyo ha. So, for example, kanang tourist of group of tourists mo visit og kanang mga remote areas here in the Philippines. And then maka-interact sila mga local villagers, kanang maka-learn sila about silang mga traditions, and kanang maka-share meals sila together. Kanang maka-interact bitaw sila og unsay normal sa atoa or unsay normal sa ilaha kay dili normal sa atoa. For example, nang kana bitaw nga food kay kanang para sa ilaha makaon day na nya, para nato kay dili, kay kanang para nato luod na siya kay kuan biya siya remote areas, so most likely kay dili jud sila modernized. So in that kuan bitaw ta maka-build ta og understanding and kanang respect within sa inyo ha, like kanang inyong interactions kay naay respect og understanding daw. So ang message ni Pope kanang emphasizes the potential of tourism to be force for good in the world. So for good daw, and promoting understanding, respect, and interconnectedness. So it most likely it promotes goodness and kanang respect through interconnectedness within your differences. So next is about the social effects of tourism. So tourism is concerned with the movement and contact between people in different geographical locations. So, as we all know, tourism kay or traveling mao man na ang kanang gikan sa kanang mag-travel tano from our province to another provinces, or from our province to other countries, kanang mo travel ta, mo na ang gitawag og tourism or traveling. So, in sociological terms, this involves first is the social relations between people who would not normally meet. So, for example, aning number one is kanang ikaw, like example kita mo travel ta, and then maka-engage ta og kanang mga conversations within kana sa mga people like magkiglaag man ta sa atong mga friends pod nga abroad baron or like na sila sa layong dapit. So if mo travel ta nga kuyog sila kay maka-encounter ta og mga unique social relationship between them or kanang between people from different backgrounds since kanang wala naman mo kita so dugay naman mo magkita so na jud nay cultural differences sa inyong pag kanang living bitaw. And then next is the confrontation of different cultures, ethnic groups, lifestyles, languages, levels of prosperity and the like. So, for example, there is a cultural confrontation kay kanang ang kanang different mga backpackers or kanang mga travelers kay ma-expose sila og mga different languages, customs, and traditions and then ma-observe nila sa isa ka village ang mga village life sa locals ana nga place nya maka-experience pud sila og mga kanang local cuisines and participate pud sila og mga traditional culture or kanang mga kanang unsa bitoy culture sa kanang nga subcultures or kanang group of people. And the third one is the behavior of people released from many of the social and economic constraints of everyday life. So, mo ni diri ang behavior of tourists. So, kita as a tourist nya kanang dili man ta local ana nga place, kanang kuan raman ta mga guest raman ta, kay lagi tourist raman ta. So, dapat napud tay ka ng mga things to consider in kanang engaging bitaw of other people or like sa mga activities like kanang mga hiking, kayaking, and learning some local crafts kay nasiyay sense of freedom nga makaalaw sa tuwa to explore og interest and connect with the environment in a deeper way. So the fourth one is and the last one is the behavior of the host population which has to reconcile economic gain and benefits with the cost of living with strangers. So, the villagers welcomes the backpackers. Sa example scenario ha, kay makana ang mga villagers o kanang mga local ana nga lugar, kay mo welcome siya sa mga tourists. Nya, seeing them as the source of economic gain through tourism. So, kanang, ang sila nga mga, example, mula agtag kanang parato ng lagmig alkoy guys nya kanang musakay mi og habal-habal so welcome jud mi sa mga local didto kay makita man mi nila as an economic gain or like profitable man mi para sa ilaha since mamiliti man jud mi if manakay mi sa ilang habal-habal. So mao na siya ang example sa economic gain and benefits with the cost of living with strangers. So, and the degree to which conflict will occur between host and guest depends upon the similarity in their standards of living, the number of tourists at any time, and the extent to which the tourists adapt to local norms. So, in here, kay ang between sa kanang local or the host and then the guest or ikaw nga traveler, magdepend siya sa ang ato ang interaction sa ilaha kay magdepend siya sa similarity sa ato ang standards of living. Kung unsay normal sa ato may not be normal sa ilaha, ug unsa may normal sa ilaha may not be normal to us. But then, bisan sa mga implications of differences, dapat kay magkanang build ta og kanang respect, understanding o kanang interconnectedness between the kanang two. So, that ends my discussion and the next reporter will be Crystal Ansay. Thank you for listening.
So, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Please go next slide. So, my subtopic is all about social economic variables and their effect on travel. Please go next slide. So, one is age. So, there are several differences between patterns of travel based on age. So, younger people tend to select more activities, recreational activities, than older people. So, older tourists tend to travel to farther destination, prefer ship or whatever. For example, ano is
usually mo jud kitang mga young is like especially student ta kasi gaya magbiyahe man ta sa mga adventure spots or backpacking trips like hiking sa mountains, well sa mga ordo like mga kanang mga senior citizens kay mas gusto man na sila mga lugar nga relax lang nila like cruise ship or mas dali magbiyahe sa spring. Next is income and social status have a great influence on travel. So, ang status jud no, rich or poor. So, ang mga rich kay mas prefer like mga business owners kay mas daghan sila mabiyahe ug kasagaran magpili sila mga high-end destination like Paris or Tokyo baron or Hong Kong while some people nga budgeted ra gani ang money like farmers mas pilion nila og kanang budget friendly lang nga options kanang like mga resort ra nga kuan or beaches nga na. Next slide B. Letter C is education. So, more educated individuals during their travel more and have more sophisticated taste. So, kanang for example, ang mga professionals like teachers, etc. Mas ganahan sila mag-attend og mga cultural events or mga art exhibitions sa for example sa Europe. So, sila mas gustong magbiyahe sa mga lugar nga nag-offer ng intellectual experiences like museum or historical sites. Then, next is life stage of the family. So, usually man for usually man jud no if kana ganing sa usa ka family na sila mga gagmay nga children. So, mas daghan sila oras magpili sa balay o mag local trips sama sa mga beaches ra, resort. Pero if like ila ganing mga anak is mga nanay mga asawa, so usually mag-travel na sila sa mga destination nga far ug mahal like adto ba sila Europe or Paris, nga. Next B. So the next topic is the meaning of the new travel patterns. Please connect. So, A is travel clubs. So, travel clubs like Club Mediterranean offer discounted travel. So, what is Club Mediterranean? So, it is a French company that offers all-inclusive vacation at resort around the world. So, if member ka ani nga club, muhatag sila discounted vacation packages. Muhatag sila mga discounted packages like sa mga resort or tagan kanila mga special rates. So, next is B, airline group and arrangement. So, one of the best example ani is kanang if you're traveling ganit as student ka, like student nga mo travel para sa school trips o mga employees nga mag-appel sa incentive tours ganit gikan sa ilang company na ang kuan. And then sa letter C is special interest tours like travel for specific activities such as for example ani is kanang mga tours like specific activities like kanang watching a glacier sa Bohol or kanang fishing sa Palawan sa mga famous nga lugar nga nagani sila mga group tours nga mag-organize sa mga enthusiasts. And that will be all my topic. Thank you. And the next reporter will be
So, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am Christine Joy Barossa, and I am the third reporter. So, my subtopic is all about preferences of the international tourist. Let's connect. The preferences of the international tourists are divided into four categories, namely, first, complete relaxation to constant activity; second, traveling near one's home environment to a totally strange environment. Third, complete dependence on group travel to traveling alone. And fourth, order to disorder. Please connect. A. Relaxation versus activity. Before the work week, for most people, including the middle class, was long and exhausting. So it is more on kuan like Monday to Sunday or Monday to Saturday. So they will only have a 1 day for per week day off. Thus, they demanded holidays that offered relaxation. At present, the work week has been shortened and the annual holidays leave has been lessened. Work has become less tiresome and people have used to greater leisure. So, and now we prepare more adventurous activities. It is very simple. If you are so tired sa imong everyday life, what will you do in your vacation? Is you want to relax? But if you are so relaxed during your working days, then unsay imong buhaton sa imong vacation? Is you want to have a more adventurous activity or to exercise new activity skills such as sailing, climbing, horse riding, and sports. Please connect. B. Familiarity versus novelty. Most tourists on their first trip abroad than to seek familiarity, and travelers search for something that will remind them of a home until they have gained more experience. Traveling will they go to a new at the present, there is an increasingly attitude towards novelty for change. So tourists move away from traditional resorts to new tourist destinations. So familiarity and novelty somehow the same with consistency and complexity because again na mga tao nga ganahan mo travel to a from familiar place, familiar environment, so that is about familiarity. But nowadays, there is a new trend that kanang people would like to travel on a different environment and a different experience. So that is novelty. Please connect. C. Dependence versus autonomy. In the past, tourists joined package tours in which transportations, lodging, food, sightseeing, and entertainment were fixed in advance by the tour agencies. Gitawag na siya og package tours. But in the present, there is an emergence of a group of tourists who would like to acquire personal autonomy regarding their leisure time, and we know nga karon nga as a DIY or do it yourself travel. So previously we are so dependent on the services for travel agencies and tour operators, but nowadays, we can actually book our tickets on our own sa online, create our own itinerary, and make our own tours. D. Order versus disorder. So, in the past, saw holidays that enforced the traditional concept of conformity. So now the new generation of tourists is not very concerned about what to wear, and now to behave when on holidays because of social and economic changes. In modern society, travel demand will be based more on novelty, activity, autonomy, and informality. So before, when kanang when moadto og airport because kanang like mag-travel by plane, most of the passengers were wearing actually mga formal dresses. Some of them were, especially for men, they wear long sleeves with a bow tie, slacks, and for women, they are really dressed formally. But karon it is a very big difference because we can actually kanang makasakay na tag kanang plane while nagsulubog short, sleeveless, or whatever dress we like. And people don't care anymore. Unlike before nga, we are very conscious on what we wear. Because in the past, we are very particular with order, but now we are so much particular with freedom. So that's all. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am the next reporter of Group 2. My subtopic is the types of tourist rules. Next ko, please. The continuous combination of novelty and familiarity forms the basic variable for the sociological analysis of the phenomenon of modern tourism. This combination leads to the four types of tourist rules. Each type represents a characteristic form of tourist behavior. The first two types, the organized mass tourist and the individual mass tourist, are called institutionalized tourist rules because they are dealt within a routine way by the tourist establishment, such as travel agencies and hotel chains, which cater to the tourist trade. The last two types, the explorer and the drifter, are called non-institutionalized tourist rules because they are loosely attached to the tourist establishment. Next ko please. A. The organized mass tourist. This type of tourist is the least adventurous. He buys a package tour in which the itinerary of his trip is fixed in advance and his stops are well prepared and guided. He seldom makes decisions for himself. He prefers a familiar environment rather than a new environment. So, for example, a family from Manila booked a 5-day package tour to Boracay. The tour included round-trip flights, a hotel stay, and organized island hopping trips. So they spend their days swimming, sunbathing, and enjoying the organized activities, rarely venturing beyond the resort and planned excursions. So, ang organized mass tourists kay dili kayo adventurous. They buy pre-planned trips where everything is arranged, flights, hotels, tours, and they like familiar places and don't want to make many decisions themselves. Think of a guided tour to popular spots with no surprises. B is the individual mass tourist. The individual mass tourist is similar to air-tour-limited as tourists ex- except that the individual mass tourist has a gear top. However, of control over his time and itinerary is not bound to a grow at however, malagi. All the major arrangements of his tour are still made through his travel agency. Like the organized mass tourist, he also travels within. Wait, guys. Wait. Yeah. Like the organized mass tourist, he also travels within his own country and goes out of it occasionally. Familiarity is still dominant, but less than what? But less than the organized mass tourist. The desire for novelty is greater for the individual mass tourist. So, hmm, so for example, a solo traveler plans a trip to Paris, booking their own flights and choosing a hotel. They use guidebooks and travel blogs to create an itinerary. That includes popular landmarks like Eiffel Tower, but also includes visits to smaller museums, charming cafes, and hidden courtyard. So ang individual mass tourist di ay enjoys a balance between freedom and comfort, seeking familiar destinations but exploring them in their own way. They are more adventurous than the organized mass tourists, but still prefer a level of predictability and comfort in their travel experience. Next go please. C. The explorer. This type of tourist arranges his trip by himself and looks for comfortable accommodations and reliable means of transportation. He tries to associate with the people he visits and to speak their language. The explorer dares to leave his country much more than the previous two types, but goes back to it when the experience becomes too rough. Although novelty dominates, the explorer does not adopt completely the lifestyle of the host country. He still retains some of the basic practices and comfort for his native way of life. So ang explorer magplan sa ilang own trip, seeking out sa ilang comfortable places to stay and reliable transport. So they try to connect with locals, mag-learn sa ilang mag-learn sa ilang language and experience their culture. So they travel more than other tourists but still go home if things get too tough. They enjoy new things but don't completely change how they live. Next is the drifter. The drifter goes the farthest away from the accustomed ways of life of his own country. He is almost totally immersed in his host culture. He tries to live the way the people he visits live and to share their shelter, food, and habits. He retains only the most basic of his native customs. He arranges his own trip and does not seek the help of a tour agency. He does not have a fixed itinerary. Novelty is at its highest. Familiarity disappears almost completely. So for example, si Sarah nag-quit sa kanang iyang job, yun, sold most of her belongings, and both a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia. So for 6 months, she traveled through Vietnam and Thailand, staying in hostels and guest houses. learning basic phrases in the local languages, and working odd jobs to support herself. So she embraced the local culture, eating street food, attending local festivals, and even learning to cook traditional dishes. So she has no set itinerary, letting chance encounters and local recommendation guides her journey. So the drifter are travelers who explore faraway places and fully experience different cultures. They live like the locals, sharing their foods and customs, and often stay a long time. So they don't plan much and prefer to be spontaneous. They prioritize experiencing new ways of life over comfort. Next, please.
Akin na. So, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I am Nikos Comargo. And I will be discuss my topic, which is social tourism. Next. So, social tourism is a concept that aims to make travel accessible to people who might otherwise not afford it. So, through government subsidies, employer or labor unions. So, social tourism, guys, is ilang concept nila kay nako kuan sa mga maka-access ang mga taong so ilang goal there is to assure that tourism is not just for sa mga kwartaan nga tao nga na but for everyone including sa mga trabahante, mga retired, mga retired mga retired or mga kabatanunan and also other groups with limited financial. So for example, kita mga estudyante magita. So as social tourism kay nakatabang din nato kay sila may naghimo nga ma-affordable ang mga like mga kalaagan nato like kita estudyante ta makaligo tag dagat nga na. So dili ra ni sa karon guys kay niadto pa ni siyang for example adto pa ni siyang in the 1930s. So European countries nag-introduce that paid holidays for workers. So however, realized that simply having was didn't have if workers couldn't afford to travel for leisure. But ang social tourism kay iyang gisolve ni initiative siya nga mo create siya para ang travel cost kay mo ubos and also sila kay sila and also make recreational activities accessible to people from different economic background. So, manay ko ang concept sa social tourism na for everyone din siya. So, for example, in the Belgium country, this one next sabi. Next. So, for example, and then sa Belgium na country, so ang Belgium kay ni-offer sila mga financial support to modernize and build family hotels so that kanang ang mga tao gani dito nga low income kay maka-afford gyapon sila mga vacations in different parts of the country. So this effort kay maka-help sila support the tourism sector by ensuring that even families nga low budget or gamay lang dili lang dako ilang mga sweldo nga na kay maka-ensure gam sa nga makakuha nila holidays and to contribute to economies. So sa kuan guys sa Spain kay lahi mo dila ha sa ang government sa nila kung support sila development like recreational facility like ski resorts, camping sites, and rural mountain lodges. So na sila alternative sa mga tao nga dili kay maka-afford og mga high kuan mga high end nga mga accommodation or mga kalaagan. So na sila nganing mga mountains, camping sites. And also guys, ang tawag nila sa ilang ends kay paradors ang paradors kay mao ni ang kanang accommodation sa mga tourists nga affordable kayo. So these initiatives allow working families retires and young travelers to enjoy affordable vacation option in both rural and mountainous areas. So in the Philippines, nasa dadiri social tourism. But social tourism in the Philippines also promoted through various government programs and initiatives that aim to make tourism more accessible to Filipinos, particularly those from lower income bracket. So for example, kaning DOT or the Department of Tourism. So ang Department of Tourism in the Philippines kay nasa several initiatives that support local tourism and make more affordable Filipinos. So sila ni ang mga moral o mga campaign to promote domestic tourism like mga such as kanang mga family discounts on transportation, accommodation, and entrance fees for local. So mao ni ang kan sa tourism mo dato diri sa Pilipinas. So for example kaning affordable lodging and holidays resort. So like here in Sagaran or Cebu, Bohol, Iloilo kay ang atong government diri kay initiative sila nga dahil daghang mga affordable nga lodging facilities nga makita sa families and travelers on a low budget. So this includes basic amenities to ensure that everyone, not just foreign tourists, but can enjoy a vacation. So overall good guys, social tourism can sabtan gyud nato ang unsa gyud ang ilang concept. So ilang concept is to ensure that more people, regardless of income, can enjoy travel and leisure activities. So sa madatong sa mga pobre, makalaag ka kay na may mga affordable nga mga kalaagan. And also, it also helps support local economies, preserve cultural heritage, and promote environmental sustainability by encouraging responsible tourism practices. So that would be all. Thank you.